Hi guys, I'm Sylvie. Today I'm going to show you my brow routine for these thin, overplucked, sparse, naked brows. And I particularly wanted to do this video because I was sent some new brow products from Bae Brow. This was the first time that I've heard of them, but they obviously specialize in brow products and they have an amazing collection of products for your brows. So make sure you go ahead and check out their page and give them a follow. They sent me like a bunch of stuff that I'm really excited to try. So let's get into it. So the first thing that they sent me was the lash comb, which is for separating your mascara if it gets too clumpy. And then the other thing that they sent was the multitasker, which is like a 3-in-1 brush. So here's the lash comb. It's got a cap that you can take off, and I guess you can just work it through your lashes. You're meant to use this when your lashes still sort of wet from mascara. And then there's the multitasker brush. So this has your traditional spoolie for the brows, and it's also got that lash comb over there. And this is a brow comb. I haven't really used a brow comb before, but I guess you can also use this to brush your brows up, or they also say you can exfoliate your brows. These are both $21 on their site. And then they also sent me their signature brow waxes, which are right here. So this is their signature brow wax. And this one's supposed to be exactly the same, but it's also got an added brow growth formula, which sounds really useful right now because I'm in the process of trying to naturally thicken my brows or grow my brows out. So anything in my brows that can help, that's amazing. And they come in these cute little tin containers. The original formula is $32 Canadian, and the brow growth formula is $41. I'm gonna do one eyebrow the way that I normally do it, which is to build up a base color first, and then the other brow I will do the color after, and then just see how just the wax does it. Excuse how dirty this palette is. I usually just go in with like a deep brown here. I'm gonna use the spoolie side. Okay, so brush your brows up. Actually no, I brushed my brows down. I just learned this recently for filling in brows in a better way. Start filling in from the top. They say to build your brows up from the top so that it doesn't drag your brows down. Anyway, so I just start where I kind of have not a lot of hair first, and then with whatever is left over, I will just work it through. I have never paid too much attention to learning how to do my brows properly, so I actually really suck at doing my own brows. And one of the challenges was trying to find a brow gel or product that would actually keep my brow hairs in place. Like most of my brows grow downwards, so it's not very helpful, and they're pretty stubborn. And it's like no matter what I try, they'll fall through the day. The only one that seems to do a really good job at keeping them up is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. I also really like the e.l.f. Wet Brow for building up volume in the brows, and it looks pretty natural. Okay, so I've just built up a little bit of shadow there, and then I'll brush it through this little sparse area here. I don't really care about being too perfect, but there's the base shadow. And then I'll bring it in a little bit here. So yeah, a long time ago when I was a teenager, I overplucked my brows. My brows used to be so thick and luscious, and I just ruined it. So yeah, don't overpluck your brows, guys. So I've just kept it really light there. Then I like to take my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. So I will literally go and draw in individual brow hairs. And for me personally, this is really important because I actually have bald spots. I do a couple flicks through here. Just lightly brush that out so it doesn't look as harsh. But that alone did a really good job of building up the brows and making it look still fluffy and natural. So I'm gonna go in with the original brow wax on this eye. This is what it looks like. It really does look like the e.l.f. Brow Lift or the Anastasia. So just took a really small amount on the brush here and sort of gonna work that into the spoolie. Okay, moment of truth. Working it into the brush did nothing for me. I just needed to grab a bit more product. Okay, let me just move down so I can show you. Are you guys seeing that? So I'm using very light pressure. Oh my gosh, that's so fluffy. This feels lighter than the e.l.f. brow lift. It doesn't feel as thick. It's actually pretty lightweight feeling. That's so good. Wow, that looks really nice. I think that's the nicest that my brows have looked using any brow gel or brow wax, because they're usually either too thin or too thick. This is so pliable and it's not supposed to go hard or anything. So I'm gonna leave this one like this. They do say that you can like stick it down, but I don't like the laminated look. So I'm gonna leave it like this and I'll see how well it holds up. I just fill in where I've brush some of my product away. And on this side, I'm going in with the brow wax with the brow growth formula. So I see a lot of videos where they do the brow wax or gel first. They seem to do it on like clean skin, I think, so that they could avoid makeup and residue coming off. Wow, so it's pretty much the same as the other side. Feels exactly the same, but I love that it's sticking up my brows immediately. Like some brow gels, you have to keep brushing this forever to get it to stick up. And for me, because I have like coarse, stubborn brows, this is very important. Yeah, see, so I was getting a little bit of makeup coming off and getting flaky. So if you struggle with that, make sure you do this on clean skin. So let me try and cover the glitter. It's very laminated looking, but I didn't have to stick it down. I'm scared to do my brow with the brow powder because I'm afraid that it's gonna like get really intense. So maybe I'll try with the brow powder on the end here and see how it goes. So I'm just trying to work with the way that I've slicked it down. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. This is gonna get all messed up. But I mean, I guess the good thing is that the brow wax is super pliable, so I don't have to worry about it getting crunchy or anything. Okay, so that was a bit of a struggle, but it looks okay. So I'm gonna brush that through. That was getting a little bit messy, but at least I could like reshape it. And then going in with my NYX brow pen again. So those are the brows done. What do you guys think? I think they both look really good. I prefer my original method. I find it faster and easier. And I think having a base color to my brows helps me to map things out a little bit easier. And it looks a little bit fluffier and more natural than this one. I feel like when you go in with the wax first, you will end up using a lot more than you might with this method because I was just trying to get the shape of the brows laid down. I personally don't like the laminated look. I find it too harsh for my face. I mean, it looks really good. I would totally do it if it was like a bolder makeup look, but on an everyday, I like this one better. So first impressions, I'm really impressed with the brow wax. I was worried that it wasn't gonna be strong enough, but I'm really glad that it is just as strong as my e.l.f. brow lift, but I also love that it's thinner and more lightweight feeling. I think I'm definitely gonna use the one with the brow growth formula more. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts, but before I do, please subscribe to my channel so you can catch my next videos. Give this video a thumbs up and like and share this video if you think it's going to help anyone. So I think these are fantastic products for any brow type or brow shape. If you're blessed with naturally thick brows, this is the only product you're going to need and nothing else. But this is going to be especially amazing for anybody with thin brows or sparse eyebrows, especially if they're growing downwards, especially if they're stubborn. It just does the job. And I love my e.l.f. brow lift, but I love the consistency of these more and that they're not as thick and so much easier to work with. They have a ton of other brow products on their site. I'm really interested to try their henna brow tint because I would love to wake up with my brows already done. So it's a A+ for me. I'll leave an update in the description box down below to let you know how everything held up. And they've also given me a 15% off discount code to share with you guys if you're interested in checking out their products. And they do have bundled sets that you can get money off on. They're a little bit cheaper than getting the individual products. I'm still getting the hang of doing my brows. So if you guys have any helpful brow product recommendations, I would love to know what works for you. You can leave that down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.